Hey, it's your old pal Lucid Stew again with some exciting news in this latest developer diary for Fear the Dark. As you probably know by now, Fear the Dark is a psychological horror game that I've started developing in Dreams for PS4 based around a bunch of assets I've created on that platform. And you may also know that I am a university student in a computer systems program with a game development concentration. As such, it makes sense I would undertake some game development activity during my college career. This semester, among other classes, I am taking a game design class, and the main aspect of that class is a group project wherein we create a game. The reason that relates to my dev diary here is that I have managed to talk my group into porting this project over to Unity. So let me introduce you to the rest of the dev team for the Unity version of Fear the Dark, and I'll talk some more about what we're planning. First we have Cole Dunham, and this is Cole's itch.io page. Cole is the resident Unity expert in the program. He's made a bunch of different games with it, and up to this point has known just as much about most issues as any of our instructors or TAs. This is not the first time we've worked together. In the spring quarter of the last academic year, we were in the same dev group in our game programming class, where we worked on a game called Quest for the Relic. Other team members on that project were Nate Cottrell, Braulio Amezquita, and Oppo Kaftekian. This time around for Fear the Dark, it's just me, Cole, and Oppo, and hopefully I said Oppo's last name correctly. Thanks to coronavirus, I haven't seen either of these guys in person in quite some time. Anyway, let me show you a little of Quest for the Relic. This is a very basic, very short hack-and-slash RPG with a couple of quests, some baddies to slay, and a boss battle. I did most of the art, Oppo did most of the sound and level design, Cole was the lead, and all five of us split up the programming to some degree, with Cole probably taking the biggest slice and also doing the work to integrate everything. It has some issues we probably could have resolved given another week to work on it, but it largely functions with a beginning, some combat, and an end. We have a few more weeks to work this time around, but fewer team members, so I anticipate our end product will be of similar complexity. This is one reason we all agreed to the Fear the Dark concept, because at its core it is simply about what happens based on the player being in one of two zones, light or dark. Because we're aiming somewhat low to start, I think we're more likely to get a more polished base version going, possibly in time to add some additional features planned for the Dreams version in the longer term. And who knows, if what we produce is cool enough, everyone involved might just continue working on it because our school careers are coming to a close and we need stuff for our portfolios when we go looking for a job. But that's to decide at a later date. Let me also show you Oppo's website. Cole and Oppo have known each other for quite some time and worked on a bunch of games together, so you'll notice some overlap here. Oppo is lagging on updating the site a little, but he's in better shape than me because I don't even have a site. But that will change. I'll be doing a bunch of website and web app work this semester for various classes, and we'll probably start hacking mine together afterward. Oppo's specialty is sound and music production, so let's take a look at this little Mario clone here and then check out some of the music he's posted. I want to make sure you all know my teammates and have a chance to check out their stuff. As I said, we're going to try to keep things simple, and as you know, the Dreams version of this project is 3D and VR compatible. Those aren't the simplest approaches using Pro engines, so this version is going to be quite different in visual terms. Like Quest for the Relic, we're going to be doing this top-down 2D. This reduces programming complexity and shortens asset creation time considerably. While gameplay will obviously have a different feel, both versions will be built on the same core ideas. In this way, the Dreams version informs the Unity version. Cole and Oppo bring their perspectives into the project, and this informs the Dreams version. So the wacky dev cycle of this idea that I talked about in the last diary entry continues. This is something you're not going to get from a major studio, and hopefully it enhances the end product. If not, maybe it will at least make development more interesting to watch. So let's talk about the tools we're using to give you a good idea of what you might find yourself dealing with if you decide to make this sort of leap as well. As you can see, for 2D sprite creation, I am using Adobe Photoshop. No major reason for that beyond the fact that I have it and it's fairly common to use it in the video game industry. I also used Photoshop to make the sprite sheet for Quest for the Relic, which you are currently viewing. As mentioned, the game engine is Unity, and the main reason for that is we have all worked in it. It has good 2D tools, and it will build your project in a format that will run on a variety of platforms. Unity can seem intimidating and technical, but all game engines are similar in most ways. Just like Dreams, a Unity scene is full of elements with attributes that you need to manipulate toward your end product. Most Unity programming is in C#, so programming experience in a high-level language is helpful, but not necessary, as Unity now has a visual sculpting language called Bolt, which is a free download. Speaking of free downloads, there are plenty of free assets available in the Unity store, so there is stuff available to work with free of charge. In my experience though, it's kind of tough to match the free stuff up with exactly what you're trying to do, and of course with Dreams it's a little easier to whip up something you might need, especially in 3D. For general team communication and sharing or fleshing out ideas, we use Discord, although to be frank, a lot of our Discord traffic is just BSing. For planning and project management, we use Trello. This is the Trello board for Quest for the Relic. You can see lots of completed subcategories, so it worked out nicely. For file sharing, we use a Google Drive. On Quest for the Relic, we used GitHub a fair amount for file sharing and versioning, but it's a pain to try to learn while you're trying to get stuff done, so I think we might avoid it this time around. I don't have any video of it, but for audio, Oppos uses Finale by Make Music and also Adobe Audition and Audacity, among other programs for music and audio production. On my end, the current goal is to port over as many visual assets as possible into the 2D tile set. Panel walls, floors, and doors are already loosely based on the Dreams equivalents. Once it's all finished, I think I'll retain the same general feel and hopefully can manage the lighting in an effective way to retain creepiness despite it being pixel art. So in this video we talked about the Unity port of Fear the Dark. That's a 4-month class, by the way, so it will be some time before something is available to play. However, I will continue to update you on developments in both versions, so stay tuned. But that's all for now. Until next time, I'll see you in the Dreamiverse.